All right, boys and girls, we're moving on from finding just the area of a composite figure. Now we're going to be looking at a figure within a figure. So this is 13.4, and the title of 13.4 is simply using formulas to find area and perimeter. So we're basically using everything that we've learned in 13.1, .2, and .3 and putting it together here in 13.4. This is the last lesson of 13.4. We're going to go from this into symmetry and then have a short assessment on chapter 13 and chapter 14. All right, so today helping me is Olivia, and she's in 7th grade, so this should be easy peasy for her. We shall see. Now, if you take a look at this figure that we're trying to solve, the overall shape is a rectangle, but then you can see this unshaded rectangle inside of it. So let's look at what they want us to do. So it says use subtraction to find the area of a composite figure. Now you might say, well, we just did that on Thursday and we broke the figure apart. And you could do that to solve that. I'm actually going to show two methods of how you could do this. So it says the figure shows a small rectangle, BCDG, so that will be the white rectangle in this picture, and a large rectangle, ACEF, so that's the overall rectangle, not the green part, the overall rectangle. Find the area of the shaded part, which means the green part. Okay, so they're showing us, I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. The way that we did it on Wednesday and Thursday, and this new method. And you can pick which one you want. It really doesn't matter to me as long as you show all of the work between the two methods. So I'm going to show the new method first that uses subtraction. So here you can see it says area of the shaded part, the green part, will equal the area of the large rectangle minus the small rectangle, which makes sense. If I found the area of the whole rectangle, Olivia, and took away the area of this, I get the shaded part, correct. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. What's the formula for finding the area of a rectangle?
Length times width equals area.
Very good. Or area equals length times width. Either way, doesn't matter. Okay. So I'll write my formula first. And this is what many of you were missing on Wednesday and Thursday, and I told you to redo it. And if you didn't redo it, I just took points off. Okay. Area equals length times width. So of this large rectangle, this means the whole thing, ACEF, the whole rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to write that down so you know what we're talking about. This will be the area of the large rectangle. What's the length of the large rectangle, Olivia?
9.
How did you get that?
Because this part is 5 plus this part is 4, so 9 centimeters.
Okay. And what's the width?
Same thing, you add both of these and you get 5 centimeters.
Okay. So the area of the large rectangle is 45 square centimeters. All right. Now, like I said, this method, we're going to take the large one and we'll subtract it from the smaller one. Okay. So now let's do area equals length times width. This will be the small rectangle. Okay, and what is the length of the small rectangle?
The length is 4 because it's just this part right here.
Right, 4 centimeters. Times, what is the width of the small one?
Again, just this part, so 3 centimeters.
Okay.
And when you multiply, you get 12 centimeters squared.
Okay, now remember, the question is find the area of the shaded part. So if I subtract the large rectangle minus the small rectangle, I'll get the shaded part. Okay, so I will do 45 minus 12 equals what?
33.
33 square centimeters. Okay, this is a word problem, so I'm going to write the area of the shaded part is 33 square centimeters. Okay? Now, if we do it the way we did it on Wednesday and Thursday, breaking it into smaller parts, we can do that. So I'm going to show that, and we'll call that, just for the moment, the old method, because that's what we did last week. This is the new, this is the old. All right, so that means you break it apart. Right, and we label them A and B. So this is the second, this is the what way we did it before. You wouldn't use this and this together. Those are, you don't need to do all that. I'm just showing you how you would do it that way. So we would find the area of A, okay. And what is the area of rectangle A? How do I figure it? What's the length and the width?
The length is 5 because it's just this part. And the width is also 5 because it's this whole thing, which is the same as 2 plus 3.
Okay.
So 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters.
Equals 25 square centimeters. And then B?
You do, the length is 4 centimeters.
Okay, and it says right there.
And the width is 2 centimeters.
Okay.
And it equals 8 square centimeters.
And then what do I do?
You add them together
Okay.
to get the same thing, 33 centimeters squared.
And you'll see we got the same answer. Okay? Two different methods, same answer. We talk about this in class all the time, that, you know, there's another way of looking at it, but you have to show your thinking. So with a problem like this, I don't care if you use the old way we did it, which was last week, or this new way, finding the area of the whole thing and taking away the area of the unshaded part. Okay? It doesn't matter to me. All right, so that's one kind of problem that we're going to be doing in this new lesson. So here's another problem like that. I'm going to solve another one for you. The figure shows a small rectangle, B, C, G, H, and a large rectangle, A, D, E, F. Now we've got to find the area of the shaded part. Okay, and again, we'll use the new method, which was subtraction, by finding the area of the whole rectangle, or the larger rectangle, and then the smaller one, and taking that away. All right, so let's get started. First thing we do is write our formula. And this is for the large rectangle. Okay, what is the length, Olivia, of the large rectangle?
2 plus 4 plus 2, which equals 8 yards.
Okay. Times?
6 yards.
Right, because it says it right there. So what's the area of the large rectangle?
48 yards squared.
48 square yards. Good. Okay, what do we do next?
You have to find the area of this non-shaded part.
Okay, and what is it? How do I do it? What's the length?
The length is 4 yards because it's just this part right here.
Okay. All right.
And the width is 3 yards, which is, it says it right there. square yards.
All right, so then the final step in this new method is to take this small rectangle area and take it away from the large rectangle. So what should we subtract?
48 minus 12.
And what do we get?
36 square yards.
And I wrote my answer in a sentence. The area of the shaded part is 36 square yards. Okay, I'm not going to show the breaking apart method again. In this case, I probably wouldn't even want to do that because then I'd have three problems, three areas to figure out plus adding it up.
I was thinking about it and it was more work to do.
You figure that's more work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so this will be one kind of problem that you'll have in your assignment for today. Let's take a look at, oops, this one. Let's get that one for the moment. Let's take a look at this one. It's a little different. It says Lionel is laying carpet on the floor of a rectangular room. So imagine your living room and it's shaped like a rectangle and he wants to put carpet there. The border around the carpet is 1 meter wide. How much space is not covered by the carpet? Okay, so if you want to think about this in real life, that means if you had, say, hardwood in your living room, right? Mm-hmm. Do you have hardwood in your living room? Mm-hmm. Yes. And we put a carpet down, but we don't want the whole hardwood covered up by carpet, so we leave some hardwood. Okay? That's the border they're talking about. All right? So how much space, the question is, how much space is not covered by the carpet? All right, do you have any idea how you might want to start, Olivia? Is that a tricky one?
I say I would start by finding
You can say the area of
the whole thing.
You want to find the area of the whole thing? Why do you want to find the area of the whole thing?
Because then we can subtract out the carpet and find the leftover space.
Okay. All right, let's take a look. The question is, what space is not covered by the carpet? All right. So if we did what Olivia said and found the area of the whole floor, okay, what would we do?
Multiply 14 times 8.
Okay. So I'm going to write area equals length times width, and this is going to be the area of the whole floor. All right, and if you can't do 14 times 8 in your head, you'll have to write it down. Okay, and what did you get, Olivia?
I also got 112.
You also got 112 square meters. All right, now, if we're gonna find the area of the carpet, okay, the area of the carpet isn't gonna be 8 times 14 because remember, the carpet isn't covering the entire floor. There's this 1 meter wide part here that is not covered by carpet. Okay, so if this whole side is 14, we don't want the whole side because we know from here to here is a meter, and from here to here is a meter. We know from here to here is a meter, here to here is a meter, and same thing over here. A meter, a meter, a meter, because there's a border around it. It's kind of like when we would make things in class and I tell you leave a little frame around your construction paper. Same idea. You put your paper on, but then you left a frame around it. So in reality, what is the length of the carpet? It's not 14 meters. What is it?
You'd have to subtract one from this side and one from this side.
So what is it?
12 meters.
Right. The carpet is actually 12 meters long. And how wide is it?
6 meters long.
Again, because you take this off, you take this off. Okay. So now the area of the carpet, we do A equals length times width, and Olivia already told me that it's 12 times 6, which is a basic fact.
72.
Right? Square meters. Okay, so what am I going to do to figure out what space is not covered by the carpet? If I know the whole floor is 112 square meters, I know the carpet is 72 square meters, and I want to know what part is not covered by the carpet, what should I do? Olivia, what am I going to do to figure out what is not covered by the carpet?
Subtract 112 from 72.
Alrighty. And we get 40 square meters. Okay. Not covered. So again, I got to write that in a sentence because it's a word problem. The question is how much space is not covered by the carpet? I would write 40 square meters is not covered by the carpet. Okay, I'm going to go back over that one again because these are the ones that are a little tricky, huh, Olivia? Mm-hmm. Right. So let me go back and show you what I did. The problem asked what part, says Lionel's laying carpet on the floor of a rectangular room. The border around the carpet is a meter wide. Okay, how much is not covered by carpet? So if you just think about the problem, forget the numbers. If I want to know what is not covered by carpet, I take away the carpet. That's right? Mm-hmm. So first I figured out what the area of the floor was, the whole floor. That's what this work is, 14 by 8. And then here's where kids will make a mistake. This is where kids will make a mistake. When you go to find the area of the carpet, you forget about taking off whatever they say the border is. This one happens to be 1 meter. Sometimes it'll say 2 or 4 or whatever. You have to take that away to figure out that area of the carpet or the photo. Sometimes it might be a photo and this is the frame, okay? Mm-hmm. But you have to take that part away and then that gets you your final answer, okay? So in this lesson, there's going to basically be 3 types. I didn't go over one of them because the one part of it is just estimating area again, which everyone pretty much got that. It's just counting up the boxes, okay? So there'll be problems with estimating area. There'll be problems finding the area of the shaded part, and there'll be problems like this. Now, Mr. Gavis is having a Zoom session at 1 o'clock for any student. You do not have to have been a kid that went to see him when we were in the school year. Okay, this is what he's doing during this time that we're off. He's offering extra help and doing live Zoom sessions at 1 o'clock. He will go over today's assignment with you if you need help. It isn't a social Zoom. It is literally just for help with math. Okay, Please make sure you follow these steps. I do know when you don't, because when you hand in your work, it's not right. Is that right, Olivia?
Yep.
Can you tell that I know when they don't do it? So, let's try to follow directions. It makes everyone happy. And may the 4th be with you. Today is Star Wars Day. Yep. May 4th. All right, have a nice day.